Welcome, world, to the world of African biologies. On this channel, we discuss, get to know, and learn about African legends, experts in sports, actors, musicians, scholars, and sportsmen. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. Now let's get to know today's legend, and it's none other than Mama Yvonne Chakachaka. She's still alive and well. She's healthy. She's confident. She's still killing it. She's an entrepreneur. We're going to talk about her hair care. She said that it was available kwa ShopRite, so you can go get it. So, Umama Yvonne Chakachaka, she got married when she was young, and she got married to a doctor. And people were saying that, her marriage, it wasn't gonna last, right? That's what they said, that's what they thought. But obviously she proved them wrong, because she is still married and she is very, very, very happy. Or she seems rather very, very happy in her marriage. She speaks very highly of her marriage and her husband, and how they have partnered up, how they do life together. And I'm just super, 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 super happy for her. So we're going to talk about her lobola of 25 friends. I mean, it was in the olden days. Was lobola that cheap? Or maybe because she's not from the village, because in the village that man would have paid cows. Okay, speaking as an African. But okay, let's get to know this queen. I love her. She's famous for the songs. God, thank you, Mr. DJ, for playing my song. I love, 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 love that track, Nomkombo. So if you're from South Africa and you're from the olden days, you know what I'm talking about. And I feel like, women like this, they deserve biographies. They deserve the world to know them. So who was she? Yvonne Chakachaka, born Yvonne Machaka on 18th March 1965, is a South African singer, songwriter, entrepreneur, humanitarian, and teacher, dubbed the Princess of Africa. Hello, Princess. On a 1990 tour, Chakachaka has been at the forefront of South African popular music for 35 years and has been popular in Nigeria, Zimbabwe, Zambia, Kenya, Gabon, Sierra Leone, and Ivory Coast. Songs such as I'm Burning Up, Thank You Mr. DJ, I Cry for Freedom, Motherland, and the even popular Umqombothi, which is African beer, ensured Chakachaka stardom. The song Umqombothi was featured in the opening scene of the 2004 movie Hotel Rwanda. As a young performer, Miss Chakachaka was the first black child to appear on South African television in 1981. Since then, she has shared the stage with people such as Ubono, Angelique, Dijo, Annie Lennox, Yuso, and Dur, the crossover group, A Passionate, the classic rock band Queen, and South Africans Johnny Clegg, Miriam Makeba, and Hugh Masekela, which I've done a video for, guys, so go check them out. She has performed for Queen Elizabeth II, who died, US President Bill Clinton, and if you want to know more about Queen Elizabeth II, you can go over to Catherine Alou. Yeah. Karine, no, you can go to Karine Alou's channel. She does biographies also. US President Bill Clinton, South African President Thabo Mbeki, and other world leaders, which I will do a biography on, because Thabo Mbeki, I love him. I love him. I love him. And once I get to know him more, I'll understand why I love him so much. Chakachaka is a champion for the Global Fund for 548, tuberculosis, and malaria, the United Nations, MDG envoy for Africa, and the Goodwill Ambassador for the Raw Black Malaria Partnership. She was chosen by Nelson Mandela as the first ambassador for his children's fund, and has also established her own charity, the Princess of South Africa Foundation, using the name first given to her in Uganda. The Princess of Africa Foundation is a partner of the Action Global Health Advocacy partnership. In 1912, she was the first African woman to receive the World Economic Forum's Crystal Award. The teaches literacy part-time at the University of South Africa, sits on several boards of charitable organizations and NGOs, and serves on the board of the Johannesburg Tourism Company. Which is doing a lot. Now, when it comes to her life, Chakachaka was born in Dobsonville in Soweto. Soweto is under the city of Johannesburg. It's in Gauteng in South Africa for the people that don't know. And Soweto has a lot of history, especially about the struggle, like apartheid, post-apartheid. There's so many things. If you want to find out more about South African history, you can go to Soweto. The streets are just filled with history. To a Swazi mother and a Pedi father. Chakachaka had it tough growing up. Her father died when she was 11, and her mother, a domestic worker, brought her up 3 daughters on her migrant 40 rand a month salary. Chakachaka started singing at 19 in 1984 when Phil Hollis of Denphone Records rediscovered her in Johannesburg. Her debut album was called I'm in Love with the DJ. Songs such as I'm Burning Up, I Cry for Freedom, Sangoma Motherland, and the ever-popular Umkombot immediately ensured Chakachaka's status as a star in South African's Umbakaqanga music scene. Sangoma was released in 1987 on Mercury Records. Its track listing was Sangoma, Come a Little Bit Closer, Private Lover, Save Me, Stimela, and I'm Gonna Stop Loving You. Releasing hit after hit, Chakachaka's subsequent award-winning albums include Burning Up, Sangoma, Who's the Boss, Motherland, Be Proud of Africa, Thank You Mr. DJ, Back on My Feet, Rhythm of Life, Who's Got the Power, Bombani, Tiko Hareni, Power of Africa, Yvonne and Friends, and Kwenzenjani. During her career, Chakachaka has met many illustrious people, including Nelson Mandela, who I'm very much afraid of doing a biography on. So many people have done a biography on Madiba. I am just a little bit hesitant. Singing at his birthday, he was 85, the Queen and Oprah Winfrey. Mama Africa Miriam Makeba said of her, she's my baby. And Hugh Maskela called Chakachaka my mad niece. Legends Dolly Khadebe and Dorothy Masuka describe Chakachaka's music as something that all should listen to. I agree. And a biography should be done on her life. Who should play it? Me too. When asked to whom she admired most, Chakachaka said, my mother, because she has always been there for me. My mother raised 3 daughters single-handed on a domestic worker's salary. That took great courage and strength. She is my mentor and hero. When I was born in 1965 in Soweto, it was during apartheid, and those were extremely difficult times. My dad was a great musician who could never realize his dream. Oh, so she took the talent from her father. Oh, that's amazing. I always love when kids, when parents don't realize their dreams or their dreams don't come into fruition and the children just take up and they just become amazingly and successful. He died when she was 11 years old. She says, I inherited my talent from both parents, so music was always been in my blood. When I was little, I would strum an empty tin and blow into the broomstick pretending it was a microphone. I sing in church choirs. I did too, and I was not successful at it. Not bimba, guys, but going to the theater school helped me become better at music. I love singing. I'm blessed that I achieved my destiny and been able to accomplish my father could not. I agree, ma'am. On the numerous world leaders she has met, she says her favorite mentor and father figure, Nelson Mandela, who called her his dear daughter Madiba, as he is affectionately known, recounted that it was Yvonne's music that helped sustain him and others while confined as prisoners in Robben Island. He said, oh, that's so beautiful, so beautiful. And I've done so many stories about the apartheid era, and I think if I'm going to do, to be honest with you guys, if I'm going to do history of South African heroes, apartheid is going to be a big part of it, because we come from a history of apartheid, and those are the people that are recorded by history. It was what we make of what we have, not what we are given, that separates one person from another. Yvonne, you are a statement to to my belief, your generosity has benefited untold numbers of families and orphans facing the challenges of AIDS, terminal illness, abuse, poverty, and illiteracy. Chakachaka has 4 sons with her husband Tiny Mhinga was Tsonga. She has a degree and diploma from the University of South Africa, one in adult education and another in local government, management and administration. She also studied speech and drama at Trinity College, London. She graduated with a bachelor's degree in 1997. Now, this woman is an entrepreneur. Chakachaka has her own music label and production company, as well as limousine company with her husband, Dr. Mlalele. And there was a time where they were doing the limo business and it just failed because there was a time where people were not really used to limousines, so the business didn't really take off, so they had to shut it down because it wasn't making them money. It was taken away from them, so they had to close that business down. But now she has a hair product, so for natural hair, because I've observed her, she likes wearing natural hair, which I think is very, very beautiful. I do too. And I think I'm gonna try her product, guys. If it's a shop, right, it's very affordable. It is super, super, super affordable. And I love hair care for black women by black women. I'm all for that. I'm all for that. And I think if you have an afro, just go support Mama Chakachaka. Go to ShopRite and ask for it. Yes. So Chakachaka is a champion of the Global Fund to fight AIDS, TB, and malaria, the United Nations MDG Ivory for Africa, and the Goodwill Ambassador for the Rollback Malaria Partnership. Chakachaka is also a board member of information technology companies, human resources development, and send down mottos. She became the face of First National Bank in 2001, and in 2006, she founded her own charity called the Princess of Africa Foundation. The Princess of Africa Foundation is a partnership of the Action Global Health Advocacy Partnership. In 2012, she was the first African woman to receive the World Economic Forum's Crystal Award. Recently, the launch of her documentary film, A Motherland Tour, a journey of African women filmed over 5 years of travels around Africa, took her on a world tour to promote the grassroots success of those engaged in battle against HIV and AIDS, TB, and malaria, supported by the Global Fund. Chakachaka also serves as an ambassador for Nelson Mandela's 46664, a campaign which raises global awareness of HIV and AIDS. She has also been an ambassador to the University of South Africa, UNISA, City of Johannesburg Tourism. In South Africa's Mpumalanga Province Tourism, Chakachaka has taught literacy. Chakachaka has taught literacy in South Africa's townships, promoted the rights of women, and works to protect children everywhere. She is a trustee of Tomorrow Trust, which educates orphans and vulnerable children. She serves as an honorary colonel in the South African Air Force. In 2015, she signed an open letter with the One campaign had been collecting signatures for. The letters was addressed to Angela Merkel and Nkosazana Dlamini Zuma, urging them to focus on women as they serve as the head of the G7 in Germany and the AU in South Africa, respectively, which will start to set the priorities in development funding before a main UN summit in September 2015 that will establish new development goals for the generation. She is part of the Ashinaga Kenjin Tatsujin International Advisory Council. Sorry if I didn't pronounce that well. Supporting orphaned students across Africa to access quality tertiary education. Now, she's released so many albums. I'm Burning Up 1986, those are the name of the album. Sangoma 1987, Thank You Mr. DJ 1987, I Cry for Freedom 1988, The Power of Africa 1996, Back on My Feet 1997. There's a lot. So this woman was powerful. Now, if you need to get her product, Princess of Africa, that's the name of the product. It looks black. It has shampoo, shea organ, and it's very, very, very beautiful. I'm definitely gonna put it up on the screen when I put visuals. It's beautiful, and I am gonna try this product, I swear to you guys. So thank you again. That was Mama Chakachaka, a beautiful woman. I don't know what you guys think about her life. She wanted to be a chartered accountant. She didn't want to be a musician, but she just kind of fell into the music scene. Her mother wanted her to be a lawyer. She says that her mother was good for saving money. Like, when it comes to money, her mother was good. She was a good steward of money. Her mother used to gamble, go play, and gamble and get money, Oh, it was also her father also, and when he lost, it would be trouble in the house. Everyone would get a beating. But when he got the money, everything was good. Everything was, great. So she grew up in that environment, and she said that her marriage with her husband, it was good. She loves the partnership. She says his money is her money, and her money is her money, and I'm with you, girl, on that word. And she was talking about this thing of men not wanting to, be very sensitive when it comes to talking about money, which is telling the truth. By the way, I don't know. I think when men don't like you, they really, really do get, a little bit defensive when it comes to money. But when they like you, they work for you. But she never had that trouble with her man. Her man gives her money, and she's trustworthy with his money. So that's good. And her marriage lasted, and she's still with her husband, and they're still together. And she respects his culture, and she's all about amasiko, which is culture, and she loves him, and I'm happy for it. So thank you guys for listening. I'll see you guys on another video. I have to say goodbye.